Let's make a deal. I'll give you 1 prestige point, 2 coins, but you roll both dices. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel, and I know that intro has a little bit of or no sense to you, but it will have once I show you what I have here. So today we are going to talk about MOONRAKERS, a game for 1 to 5 players where you will be making deals with each other, trying to collect prestige points, and whoever first has 10 prestige points is the winner. And you will try to negotiate to go together and do stuff, upgrade your ships, hire crew to help you out in all of these your endeavors. And yeah, let's get down to the table. Let me show you what you get inside this beautiful box and beautiful artwork, and then we'll talk some more about it. Okay, let's check out MOONRAKERS, and believe it or not, this is a retail version, and this game is just looks ridiculously nice. Check this out, MOONRAKERS. Wow, isn't this just beautifully done? The artwork for this game is just insane. So the insert is really nicely done, and first of all you get the rules, and it looks like many pages, but the rule book is done in this weird way where there's lots of space wasted. I mean wasted. You could easily, it says over here it's 38 pages, and you would probably be scared, oh my god, 38 pages of rules, but as you can see these are clearly like lots of spacing and everything. So, and the game is pretty simple. It is just a game about negotiating with other players and trying to win, and on your own actually. And then you get these like a little comic, MOONRAKERS Origins, which explains everything. To be honest, I haven't read through it. I kind of a little bit forgot, but over here you can see all the Kickstarter backers that these are the people that made this game alive. So this is, I got this as a part of the Kickstarter promotion, but this is how the retail version will look like. At least that's what they told me. And if I'm lying, and if they say that I said it wrong, I will leave you a comment down below and say I was wrong, so apologize. And yeah, basically you get these 2 boards, and over here you will just track your points. First to 10 is a winner, and over here you will keep some cards, you will keep some contracts over here, and objectives will be here. On this side you will have some characters to recruit, and over here you will have some upgrades for your ship that you can use throughout the game. So each of the players, and this game goes up to 5 players, it can be played in any number of players, and the cards went wild, they're everywhere. We are going to sort through them really quickly. So yeah, each player will get one of these boards. All boards are the same, or ships are the same. Basically I need to, so there is no differences. Basically it tells you what your starting hand is, starting hand of cards, and over here you can use 4 different modules. So you will put them over here, and you can freely exchange them throughout the game, and basically that's your ship. You will keep your coins and whatnot over here on this side. And of course you will get, depending which color you choose, you will get, oh my god, I can't pick anyone out, you will get one of these cool little ships to track your points. And as you can see, they are all a little bit different in the artwork, in the style and everything, so they look really nice, nicely done. So I like, this is a little bit of uniqueness for everyone, even though these 2 are pretty similar, but still they are different. And you just pop them in here like so. And of course, as I said, you get all these objectives throughout the game. I'll just quickly go through the cards. So first of all, these are ship parts. So these are basically your advancements that you will be putting on your ships, that will give you all kinds of various cards to put in your deck. This is sort of a deck building negotiation game, and you will use these parts in your advantage, so you can get extra actions and whatnot. And there's all bunch of parts here. Now the beauty in the artwork itself, artwork is really nice, but Usually they use the colors, so if it's blue, orange, then you know that it helps you with the things like actions and damages. If it's like a little both of green and yellow, it's a card thing, it's a defense thing. And if it's full blue, if it has, for example, this one, it just means that does something with the actions, and that is that. It does something with the actions. So that's these things over here. These will be used to upgrade your ship, and then you have all kinds of different cards that you will have in your hand. So because this is a deck builder, you will have these damage cards that you will use for solving different tasks that I will show you in a second. So you have damage, and then you have these miss cards. These are just here to clog your deck. You really don't want to have them in your deck, so you can get rid of them throughout various means in the game. There's also defense over here. So basically shield, not defense. These will be used to shield yourself from potential damages when doing contracts. I forgot to mention damage is the only card that this one, every card is like one damage, one shield, one action. But there the damage also has a +2. As you can see, it has 2 dots in the middle, and it also has a +3 because they choose to do so. And then we have these thrusters that will give you an ability to draw extra cards once you play them, and also to do contracts. So these are just +2 cards, thrusters. And last thing in your deck that you will have, not last thing, but one of these cards that you start with, is these actions. These are reactors that give you extra actions, and these are very important. As you can see, they're all the same card, so I'm just going through it just so you see it. Also, what you can get in your deck are these pilots that all have different and unique abilities. And all of these cards that you will purchase, except these one, these will come in your deck through the means of the objectives, through the means of the upgrades. But these pilots, they have their cost, so you need to pay the cost, and they will come in your discard pile. And once they are in your discard pile, and once you draw them and you play them, they will do all kinds of different things, and these are very powerful. You really want to have a few of these in your deck because they do awesome stuff. We already went through the upgrades. Let's just take them out. Another squared cards that we have are these are like objectives that you can do. And also, again, they did a thing where if it's purple, it's about credits and everything. If it's like a green, it's more about the shield. If you manage to do like some shield, action shield yourself or something. And if it's blue, it's regarding the actions and whatnot. And if it's yellow, it's about those thrusters and drawing cards. And once you fulfill these objectives, you will get 1 victory point, 1 prestige. And if you get 10 prestige, you win. So the last thing where everything goes against, so these are just the cards, reference cards for each player. But the last thing and the most important thing of the game is you will be completing these contracts, and you will be negotiating about them. And once you negotiate and see which contract you want to fulfill, you can try to do it alone, or you can invite different players. And when you invite different players, you will deal with them. You make deal with them what everybody will earn if the contract is successful. Now, how do you do contract? For example, this one. This one you need to put on the board 3 damage and 2 action cards. So you need to put 3 of these ones, or actually maybe just one like that is worth 3, and then you need to these 2 reactor cards on the board. Now, this is fairly easy task to do. Maybe you can try to do it on your own. But if you invite, let's say I invite another player to help me out because it's start of the game and we all have just a starting decks, then we will have to collectively, both of us, put these 5 cards on the board. And if we manage to do so, there's also a threat for each of these contracts. So threat goes from 1 to 4, and there's also sometimes even a 0. These are super easy contracts to do. But basically, these contracts, this means that you will roll this threat dice, and there's 4 of these dice, and these dice, they have 0, they have 1, and they have 2. These like what are they, damages or whatever. But basically what this means is if you roll this and you don't have shields to play throughout the game, throughout this contract, and let's say for example I rolled this one, I will get -2 prestige points at the end of finishing the contract. And how you get prestige points and money is up over here. So this contract will give me 1 prestige point and 3 coins when this dice that needs to be thrown. So we can I can arrange with my whoever I decide to call to help me. I can say, I don't know, I will give you 2 coins if you roll this dice, or I will give you all the coins, just give me prestige point and you roll the dice, stuff like that, you know. And if they choose to accept that, they can, because they can always roll a 0 or play a defense and hope for the best. And some let's find some for example, this one, this gives you no prestige, just gives you money, but it's super easy to be dealt with. And let's see, for example, this contract is super hard to do, but it gives so much more. It gives you 5 prestige points. You can get 12 coins, but you need to roll 4 dice. You need to put 5 characters on the board, 4 actions. You need to put 4 thrusters. So basically you're gonna invite probably 2, maybe even 3 players, because this game goes up to 5 players. So you will try to invite more players and divide these as fairly as you can to others, so they earn also something. And yeah, basically whoever is first to the 10 is the winner of the game. That's roughly how the game plays. Also, this game comes with a bunch of metal coins that will come in a regular version, at least I was told so, and they look just absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if I can do them justice like this, but find some pictures online. These coins are looking so nice, it is unbelievable. These are one of the nicest coins I ever saw in any board game so far. But yeah, that's everything that comes with the Moonrakers. Now let's talk a little bit about it. Okay, so that was Moonrakers, and I guess that intro is now a little bit more understandable to you. Now, this is a deck builder game where you are negotiating with other players to help you win, but that at the very end you try to win on your own, because nobody will go and help you do the mission where you get all of the prestige, or maybe some of the prestige points, because you can get up to 10. But there is a little bit sneaky thing that we are going to talk about, how you can do and achieve that and trick others, because this is after all a game where you do deals and everything, but you have to be honest, you have to honor your deal, but some things you can do to win. So yeah, Moonrakers itself, to be honest, I was drawn to this game more because of the artwork and how it looked. I knew a little bit about the gameplay, but I really wanted to check it out because it sounded weird. Now, I'm the guy that does not like too much of the negotiation games or bidding games, but sometimes there's a jewel in those areas that does things a little bit differently and more to my liking, and Moonrakers is absolutely one of those. Now, the negotiation is pretty simple, it's straightforward. You ask somebody to come on a mission with you, and you say that you will give him this and that. He says yes or no, or maybe they have a counter offer for you. You settle up on what they will get, and you go on a mission, and you either manage to do it or you fail it. Because sometimes you think, if I draw all the right cards, maybe I don't have all of them, but if I draw all the right cards, I would maybe be able to finish the mission. And you will go on a mission with somebody, and then you can easily fail because you didn't draw the right cards. But still, those dice, when you roll, they still apply. Even if you unsucceed, even if you did not succeed the mission, they will apply. Which means that you will basically lose your, if you don't play the shield card, you lose your prestige and you fail the mission. So you have to be very careful if you want to accept it. You just don't go willy-nilly and say yes, yes, yes to everybody. You have to really think about all of these things. And Moonrakers does this really, really nicely. It's super easy, it's super simple. You have just one action on your turn. Action can be to play the card, and you play the card that gives you more action, and then if you have some upgrades, you can play more and more actions. So there's that blue card, that core card will, if you play it, it will give you 2 new actions. So those cards are pretty important, because 2 new actions means you can play more cards. And then if you play the thrusters, you can draw more cards, and you draw some more reactors, play some more actions, and you just give this, create this sprawling thing of cards that you are playing. Then you play your crewmans or whatever and trying to finish tasks. Of course, I'm talking about the late game, because at the start of the game you don't have all that. You have to acquire these cards in your deck, and you acquire them by purchasing those upgrades, by doing missions and earning money and then purchasing upgrades. That's what I meant. And yeah, Moonrakers is such a weird combination of deck building and negotiation. As much as I find it weird, that's how much more I find it pleasing, because it does all of these things really, really nicely. The characters that you hire for your deck, they do awesome stuff. You can manipulate a lot of different things. One minor thing that I would say I don't like about this game is, but it's easily fixable, you can just remove one of the objectives from the game, and that objective is that you go with somebody on a mission and you fail it on purpose and you get prestige point. That is the only card that is like a little bit of like a intentionally mean to other players, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I think that I will remove it from my next games that I will be playing and just see how it works without it, because lots of these cards, these objective cards, usually they have something like do a green task, like a shield task, without playing shields, and you just go and say, let's do this task, but can you please like go more on the shields, because I don't have shields. I will throw the dice, or I don't know, something. And then once they help you out, then you divide all the prestige money, or however you decided to divide stuff, and then you just whip out the objective. And you can do that sneaky stuff that I mentioned a little bit previously. You can do that because at the end of the game, because once you reach 8 or 9 prestige points, there's a really, I mean, when you have 9, nobody will come and help you out, because if you don't give them all prestige, they will not help you win. That's stupid to do. Yeah, right? Yeah, I switched to Croatian for a little bit. But there is this little sneaky thing that friend of mine tried, and I caught it last second, and I almost helped her, because she was going for a mission that was giving us, I think, 3 prestige points and like a bunch of coins. And she was like, I don't know if she was like, just give me 1 prestige, and I don't know, give me 4 coins and I'll give you everything, the rest I just want to do this task, stuff like that. And then I figure out, if she gets 1 prestige point from that, she will go on a 9. And I was like, oh, okay, she will be at the 9, I will be at the 8. That's really close. I can get maybe some contract on my own, try it and get those 2 prestige points. But then it hit me, she has an objective underneath her board. And what she tried to do is like go sneaky on me. I help her. She finishes that contract. She just gets like 1 prestige or whatever. But then she just whips out card and she's on 10. I'm on 8, and I just helped her win. So you can always be sneaky a little bit about that. I mean, it's a negotiation game. You have to be careful. What do you negotiate with other players? But what I'm trying to say is, I really enjoy how this game works. Deck building with negotiation of doing tasks together and stuff, everything mixed up together, explodes in a wonderful game. Just wonderful, easy game. And it goes pretty fast. The box says 60 to 120 minutes. And I would say yes, but not in a 5 players, because, due to the nature of negotiation, the game tends to last a little bit longer than usual. Because you can hustle back and forth, and you can fail missions really easily. So I like it best at 3 players. There's also there's also rules for a 2 player, for a single player game. I haven't played those. I played it with more than 3 and more players, and I must say I really enjoyed it, but find it best with 3, maybe 4 players. 5 I would be very hesitant to do, but that way, if you have 5 players, I mean, the game auto-balance itself, because 5 players means you can invite even more players to come to do even bigger contracts, because some of the contracts are really hard even for 3 players to be done. So you wish you had like 3 or 4 players to maybe invite the entire group. Let's all go together and finish this task just to get rid of it on the table. Something easier just might come and stuff like that. So yeah, Moonrakers is an explosion of delight, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. From the artwork, from the gameplay itself, from everything that it does really nicely, really beautifully, and I just simply adore it, and I encourage you to check it out. The thing is, I mean, they told me, I think I didn't get this wrong, that this is like what the normal version of the game will look like. You will get the metal coins, all those cute little ships. They will not be like little cubes. You will get those ships, artwork cards, everything. The Kickstarter just has one more module that is not available in this one, but it doesn't change the game like drastically or anything. So this is like a full complete game, and the beauty is that the Kickstarter for the expansion is on the way, if I'm not mistaken, really soon, or maybe not. Maybe I think in April or something like that. I kind of forgot, but they told that the campaign, the new Kickstarter is coming for the expansion. So I guess you will be able to purchase the game itself and the said expansion. So do check it out when it shows up. I will make sure to have it linked in the description down below once it's live. So check out this video, or in the first comment down below once it is live. So yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Do check out Moonrakers because it's a great game. Also do check out my Patreon and consider supporting this channel over there. There's some videos that show up over there way back, way sooner than on the channel itself, so you can see it before everybody else. It's like a Netflix style. I just put everything on there and just slowly release it into the wild. So yeah, thank you all for watching, as I said, for subscribing. Do check out my Patreon and tell me in the comments below, have you played this one? What do you think about deck building negotiation game? Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing? I just want to know what you're thinking about. So leave me in the comments below your thoughts, and do join me next time when we are going to negotiate which game are we going to review next and how much prestige points will I get for that. And until then, pozdrav!